Well, good morning, everybody. It's Michelle at Michelle's Garden. I'm going to be canning some pickles today. I just bought a pack of kosher dill pickle mix from Walmart. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in Walmart. You've seen this. My pickles, or cucumbers, we picked those yesterday, and I made pickles last year with this, and they all came out soggy, or quite a bit of them came out soggy. So I'm trying pickling lime this year because I just watched some videos trying to figure out how do you keep your pickles crisp. And there is something called pickle crisp. I couldn't find any yesterday, so I'm trying pickling lime. And so what you do with your pickling lime is you take a cup of the pickling lime and you mix it in 2 gallons of water in a pot. Don't use aluminum. And you wash your cucumbers really good, and you slice them or spear them, however you like your pickles, and you put them in that lime mixture, and you let it sit overnight for 24 hours. Then the next morning you wash them between 3 to 5 times. The package says 5 times. The video I watched says wash them 3 times. And after you do that, put them back in the pot. After you clean the pot out really good, put them back in the pot and cover them in ice until you're ready to put them in your jars. So right now I'm getting ready to mix this kosher dill mixture in the pot. I've already got my water. You need 7 1/3 cups of water and 3 1/3 cups of white vinegar and a pouch of this mixture right here, and you bring it to a boil and stir it and let it dissolve, and then you take it off of the burner. And then you put your pickles in your sterilized jars. My pickles or cucumbers will be ready in a few minutes, but my jars have been washed and sterilized. I've got them in the oven on about 150, 175 to keep them warm. And I've got my lids in some boiling water. Well, it's not boiling. I boiled it and I let it cool down and then put the lids in there just to soak in the warm water. I'm bringing my water bath canner up to boil, and I'm getting ready to go mix this kosher dill mixture, and then I'll show you guys the process of putting it all in the jars and into the canner. So let's make pickles today. Okay guys, so here's what we got going on today. This is where I'm going to do the kosher dill mixture. You see my lids are in the back there. We got the canner going. It's not quite up to a boil yet. And here's where the pickles are at. They're still on ice. They're pickles. I say they're pickles. They're cucumbers. They're not pickles yet. And I do have white cucumbers and green cucumbers that I'm doing. I'm doing a mixture. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's how I'm going to do them. I'm going to do some multicolored pickles and see how it turns out. So let me get this mixture in the pot and get it turned on, and we'll start packing some jars. Okay guys, so while I'm bringing this mixture up to a boil, I wanted to tell you that on this package it says that you need 50 pickles to use this. It also says that you can store, if you have any left over, you can store it in the fridge up to a week. So if you don't have 50 pickles on hand, and say you got like 20 and you want to do a few, so you can store the rest in the refrigerator. And also the pickling lime, it'll tell you on the back of it how many cucumbers you need. It says about 40 cucumbers. I think 40 cucumbers is probably what I have, and I'm cutting them all up into spears. Let me show you what this looks like in the pot, this mixture. I've got it on high, just stirring it till it all dissolves, because it says to bring it to a boil. I guess you want to have it good and hot, everything good and hot in your jars. I can really smell the vinegar and the dill. I'm sure that there's lots of other recipes if you want to do sweet pickles. I think in these packages you can probably buy, what is it, bread and butter pickles. I'm sure that there's other flavors. So let me get a pot holder here, lift this up and see how close we are to the water boiling. It's getting close. Now I use a water bath canner for a lot of my stuff, and that's because the stove that we have is like an apartment size stove that was in this house when we bought this house, and my canner will not get up to the pressure that I need for canning. I just went this weekend and bought a new element for it has 3 small burners and 1 large burner, and I went and got a new element like 2 days ago, I think it was. So I haven't yet tried the pressure canner to see if I can get it to build up pressure. But I am going to try to see if I can do that and see if there is a way that I can use my pressure canner. So, just waiting for everything to be ready to put in the jars, guys. I'm going to take the jars out of the oven right here in a few minutes as soon as this stuff comes to a boil. Alright guys, I'm getting ready to pack these cucumbers in these jars. I've got 6-pint jars, and I'm going to show you how I pack one of them, and then I'm going to turn off the camera and pack the rest of them, and then I'll show you when I put them in the canner. So I've got everything ready. I've got my jars ready, my lids ready, my kosher dill mixture, and I've got my cucumbers ready. So this is how we're going to do it. Okay, so here's the cucumbers. Here's my hot jars. There's my mixture. And I've already told you how to do all that. Okay, so we're just going to start packing these in these hot jars, and remember, everything you're working with is hot. Try to get them kind of around the outside here. Doesn't matter if they're small or tall, just cram them in there as many as you can get in there. So far so good. I'm going to pack them in there tight. Turn this one this way. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can get one more in there. I think I got them in there pretty tight. Okay, now I'm going to move this jar over to this side, closer to the liquid. Okay, now I'm just going to ladle this liquid in this jar. Put my thing on top of here. Now this can be a little messy. It'll be alright. It all cleans up. You want to get it just to the bottom of the rim right there. I'll move this over. Okay, you see how I got that in there? Just got the liquid too, right about there. And now we're going to get a lid out of here, out of this pot back here. See if I can get one. There we go. Alright, so before I put that lid on there, I've got a damp paper towel here, and I'm just going to wipe around my lid. It's really hard to do this one-handed, but you really want to wipe around your lid really, really good. Make sure you don't have any pickle juice, anything on there. Put your lid on there, get it secured, and then I'll show you when we get ready to, I'm going to snug that lid down just a little bit more, and then I'll show you when I get ready to stick them into the canner. Okay guys, so one thing I forgot to show you before I put my lid on is this little thing right here. Some people use plastic knife or a butter knife or whatever, and you go around your jar inside to debubble. It's a debubbler. You want to do that before you put your lids on. Get any air pockets out. Okay, so we're going to load these up in the canner. And let me show you how we're going to do. Sit you guys down right here so you can see me put this in the canner. Take the lid off. I got this up to a boil. And I might be able to fit 7 jars in my canner, but I'm just going to do 6. They're looking good so far, and I'm hoping that they will come out good and crispy. Everybody likes a good crunchy, crispy pickle, don't they, in the summertime? Okay guys, and I'm just going to lower this down in here. Show you what this looks like. Okay, so there's the jars down in the canner, and I'm going to put the lid back on this, and this is going to process for 10 minutes. Well, there's the finished product, guys. I got 12 pint jars of pickles, hopefully crispy pickles. As you can see on my second batch, I used some wide mouth pint jars. But I got 12 pint jars out of that mixture of dill pickle mix. So just to go over everything with you one last time, when you get your pickles, I keep calling them pickles. When you get your cucumbers out of the garden, wash them, cut them up however you want them, put them in pickling lime, 1 cup to 2 gallons of water, soak them overnight. In the morning, rinse them 3 to 5 times, get everything nice and clean. Put them back in your pot, cover them with ice until you get your water bath canner ready and your jars are ready to go. Your lids, your jars, everything sanitized and ready to pack the cucumbers in there. Then fill it with your whatever pickling you're going to do. If you're going to do the kosher dill that I got from Walmart, or you're going to do your own mixture, put that in your jars. Debubble your jars, wipe your rims down, put your lids on, secure them, put them in the water bath canner, or process them for 10 minutes, sit them out, and when you're cooled down, your caps pop, your lids pop, put a jar in the refrigerator and see if you got crispy pickles. Okay, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video today and get to canning those pickles. See you next time from Michelle's Garden.